All right. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Chad, for asking me to do this reading for you today. And we're hoping to find some more information for you on the programs or the super soldier or the alien abduction, just kind of whatever comes through with that, just kind of seeking more information for you. So, have you always had um, like a curiosity, or did that
Oh yeah.
start with an awakening or anything like that, or how did that come about?
Yeah. Ever since I was like I can remember,
Mm.
I experienced stuff and like from my earliest this is actually part of what I was going to ask you, but my earliest memories I've had experiences, I've traveled, like I've gone
Hmm.
like every night I take off I would have things or entities visit me, like
Yeah.
mostly benevolent. There was some that were like not so much, so I learned kind of like I was never nothing like really scary, but I just learned how to work with both sides from a
Okay.
young age.
Yeah.
But what that just reminded me of is like there's like a memory block from like when I was young, like before, I don't know, like 5, 6, like before, like almost before 7. There's some memories, but like I remember like everything vividly, like from there on.
Oh,
But like
wow.
before that, I don't remember. And hey, Sissy, I'm on vacation, sorry. So I'm at a family's
Oh,
house. And,
okay.
sorry.
Hmm.
Anyways, um, oh yeah, so I would, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't remember stuff, but I from a young age, but then everything I did remember, and I would at night I would take off and I would go somewhere, and it was actually fun. Like I enjoyed it, I did this
Mm-hmm.
for years. I'd go somewhere, and I remember like I'd take off and I'd leave my house and I'd go over the trees, like and but I never knew where I went, and then but
Yeah.
then I would come back every time, and it was like flying,
Like astral projection, the astral projection.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure, you know. It happened for
Mm-hmm.
so long. So there's bits and pieces that, yeah, I just don't know. So I've always had, but I've always been like extremely spiritual. And
Yeah.
um, I got into a situation in 2018 when I was like psychically attacked. It's a long story,
Oh,
but then it put me in the hospital. And so then after that's when I like really got back into my spirituality and have been
yeah.
like just
What
opening ever since.
what had happened with this spiritual attack? Like it was like a psionic attack or something like that, or was it like
Yeah,
like like from the alien abduction stuff, or targeting, like the anything like that? Because I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, it seems like, with you, you know? I'm feeling
yeah,
like a
there's
lot of stuff.
okay, yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
accurate. So
Yeah.
that see. I mean, I know who it came from and where that particular one came from. It was like like quote unquote black magic for hire, you know? It was a
Okay.
lady, and it was a lady in Mexico, um, and like she's since been dealt with. But
Okay.
she hurt a lot of people. And so that was something for hire to eliminate me, And but it didn't work. Yeah, it was just crazy. I was feeling like these frequency attacks on me, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know I wasn't. I knew it was frequency, and I knew it was not good, and it was hitting me.
Yeah.
And but then this one day, I came home from work, and it literally was so intense in my solar plexus that it just knocked me out, put me in a
Yep.
coma,
Oh
and I
no.
woke up in the hospital, and yeah, it's crazy. And then yeah, so I've done a lot of stuff to like clear all that. I've worked with with um Dr. Amir
Oh, okay.
quite a while ago. He's helped me
With
um
was shaking
with
off some of
removing.
this stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, so that and I've since like been doing lots of shielding and all kinds of stuff so that doesn't ever happen again. But
Yeah.
it like lately it has gotten pretty crazy, don't you think? Like the energies I feel like recently are
Yeah,
just
it
like
seems kind of
wild.
everywhere, like it's just not like grounded anymore or something too, like it seems um just chaotic almost. And it's like I have to tune out of everything um just to so I can kind of ground and keep myself like just clear, so I don't really watch the news stuff because
I
I mean
same. Yeah.
it's all fed into anyways, so it's not um I don't know, but like with the super soldier stuff for you though, like I can see you as a super soldier. One thing like I see is like on Mars too, so I get that. And like a super soldier, a psionic super soldier on Mars and fighting like the insectoids. And so maybe some of the attacks too might come from from them like attaching them their energy or so, or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
there was a
that.
lot of I had a lot of that going on. To my knowledge, it's all removed and I
Yeah.
could feel it, see that. But
Hmm.
yeah, that was definitely
Yeah, then
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
I see like as a wizard too a lot. Like wizard, like
Yeah.
magic
Yeah.
and um more like Atlantean or Lemurian or some kind of ancient knowledge stuff, like that kind of wizard.
Mhm.
Not so like it's not as connected to Egypt as it is to like Atlantean or Lemurian, like more like using the water for wizardry or something, like a water bender or something like that too. That's what
Right.
I kind
Okay.
of see with that. So, um, and then with the alien abduction stuff since childhood,
Hmm.
because I can see the grays coming in there in your room and they would paralyze you, and so
Yeah.
you would be like scared, like you would just be like with your eyes open and they just paralyze you so you can see and look at them and stuff. But I think they take you for your DNA. So
Yeah.
do you know what your DNA, what is it, archangel or angelic DNA? Do you have angelic DNA? I think you
Yeah.
do.
I have a mix. Yeah, it's kind of like a mix of
Mm-hmm.
quite a few things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you have like Archangel DNA. That's why they would take you for your psionic abilities too. Do you remember being at Montauk? At all being at Montauk?
It's weird because
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it, but like just when you
Mm-hmm.
just saying
Yeah.
it
Mm-hmm.
brings up this emotion in me from like the deepest depths of my like
Mm-hmm.
core, Like
Yeah.
I'm getting the chills like crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
it's some place that I've never have wanted to like think that I've ever been there.
Yeah. Yeah, because
But
I was
I've
just
been really
thinking of
aware of
that.
it.
I was seeing you like in the chair, and
Mm,
opening up portals. So, but that's like a bunch of torture that they do. So hitting and like I could see like what's slumped over and you're all beat up, and then they have you look up and then they have you opening up the portal there or using your psionic abilities. Like I can hear you like screaming really loud and then
yeah.
that shatters stuff too or opens up things. Um it's like something in your eyes too that projects. So something like that. It's like,
Interesting.
yeah, that's what I feel. Something like all right in here is really strong, like psionic abilities. Yeah, in your
Oh,
eyes, in your
yeah.
whole head area. Yeah, I
Very
can see that.
interesting.
Yeah, so we'll go through the cards, see what we come up with. It says ask your guides to give you the DNA infusions, if you feel like you need any kind of healing or if
Yeah.
you wanted to increase your healing abilities or psychic abilities, you can always ask your
Yeah.
guides to help. Hmm.
Do you with that? Because I've kind of gone through that process, but
Hmm.
like, do you personally recommend guides or like higher self is
Yeah,
best for that?
whoever you
Either
want to
one.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Okay.
it's your guides who you resonate with or your higher self, I always ask my guides or my higher self is kind of all connected there. So I kind
Yeah.
of link it all together, so
Okay. Sure.
So this
Oh, wow, that
guy,
gives me chills. Wow, that was crazy.
hmm
Who's the what kind of do you know what kind of
this seems
being
kind
that
of
is?
more Arcturian, like an
Okay, that makes
Arcturian.
sense.
hmm
Yeah, I would definitely have an Arcturian
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
for sure. Yeah.
Lot of, well, see, here's this Egyptian warrior. So
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like the cats too. I feel like
Yeah.
the cats.
Oh yeah, I have a
hmm
huge connection to yeah, like the light like well, I know Lyran is such a huge it's kind of like everything, but like legitimately like the ancient Lyran
hmm
lineages, like the first ones, and then also like feline beings in general, like
Yeah.
Syrian, like
Yep.
like later generations of the
hmm
feline beings. Yeah,
hmm
they're
Yeah,
always like
I
they'll
can
come
see
around
you
quite
as the
often.
tiger, like a tiger being the tiger.
Oh, yeah,
hmm
okay.
Yeah,
Very
that even the white tiger, I can feel that connection with you like that white tiger.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's so
hmm
weird. So like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was literally like the white tiger kept coming in.
hmm
The white like there was a kind of an infamous tiger, a white tiger that was like the leader of the Lyrans during the wars. But and he has like blue eyes, but he kept that kept coming into my field,
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
I
So that's
like
interesting you said.
yeah. Oh, this says Ocean Gate. So this is in the Super Soldier program, that Ocean Gate experiencer, to where this is going to be where super soldiers are dropped off in the ocean, and then
Right.
they are calling out to the dolphins um, psionically so they can communicate. And then there's like like a portal underneath the ocean area. And this is
Right.
what I've seen, anyways, with the Ocean Gate. And then that portal, the dolphins help you go find the portals down there, swim you down there. And but we're like in our suits, our super soldier suits too. But
Mm.
then they take us down there and we go through the portal or the Stargate, Ocean Gate, however it's called. And then we're in another reality. And I was seeing that we collect ancient relics, is what I was
Okay.
seeing, is we're sent to these places to collect whatever that we're told to go and collect, if it's a relic or crystal or um they're all different. It's all in different places too. So I've seen where I come out and it's in Lemuria. So and then we're returning a crystal to the people there. So it just is all different kinds of realms, like going through those stargates, yeah, in the ocean. But those dolphins were able to communicate with them psionically. So we're connected to the dolphin. So do you have a connection with the dolphin? Do you feel that? The
Yeah, big time.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, especially I have. And then I was just in Costa Rica for like a month doing like sitting with like shamans and just
oh,
doing good work and things and um doing healing work and the dolphin energy came in. I
mm-hmm,
was like on top of this mountain and they I know you know how it works. They can come in anywhere, right? And
mm-hmm,
I was on this river, but the dolphin energy it comes in all the time, but like there it was super intense, the dolphin energy. And
mm-hmm.
then I had even like some whale and turtle energy
Yeah.
and like
Mm-hmm.
consciousness coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yeah.
turtles are
The sea
spinning out of
turtle.
like timekeeper. Yeah, the sea turtle.
What about Orion star family?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There's a connection there. Yeah.
The Orion, it can
Interesting.
be also lions as well, because Orion, but I feel like Orion would be um I feel like you have maybe a lot of aspects in, because there's multiple star systems in Orion, so the
Mm.
they all look different too, because there's some lion beings, but there's also some reptilian. So I do feel like you have like a blue reptilian aspect too, that has a lot of psionic abilities, like a blue reptilian, and then some aquatic. So I think you have quite a few aspects in Orion. Like the aquatic is going to be um it's it's like it's like a sea urchin, something like that, like in the, but
Oh,
it's like a
interesting.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. It's like you have a lot of electricity, like how the eel is, like that kind of
Okay.
electricity, like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with the blue reptilian being, do you
Mm-hmm.
sense that being? malevolent or
Yeah, I mean, because there's not
good?
benevolent. Yeah,
Benevolent.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So good, the good. I mean, there's good and bad, but I mean, I don't feel that it's just a one of your star lineages, you know. I
Mhm.
mean, reptilian. So, yeah, that and it's like a warrior looking reptilian, like really big and muscular.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Interesting.
hmm
Yeah,
And Orion. Yep.
that's really interesting. Okay,
Connect with your star
beautiful.
family.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've been working on that, so okay, I'll keep doing it.
Because you would have a whole bunch of them, you know, so it's
Yeah.
like a whole bunch of them behind you because you're a star seed, you know, so you have a whole bunch of lineages, not just one place, you know, so.
And that it kind of gets confusing. I don't know if that's the correct term, but like when I do connect,
hmm
sometimes I kind of it's kind of like a vast array. So
Yeah.
I would I always like want to make sure that I'm connecting correctly, like to the right, you know, beings and stuff, that are good and all that, and
Yeah.
are my family. But there's such a vast array that
Mhm.
sometimes I'm like, wait, are you? Like, are you? Even though it resonates, So
Yeah,
yeah,
you just
so I'll
go
keep
with
doing
what
it.
resonates and your vibration will attract it too, because you have, you know, all these places and each one of them will be like a different frequency too. So whichever ones you're thinking about at that time, that's which ones you're communicating with. So if you're thinking of the
Oh,
reptilian or the dolphin or however, but they're all your star family or part of your aspects of you. So you've been all of those beings before. So it's just whichever ones you're resonating with at that time, you know. So
gotcha.
um yeah, if it's the dolphins at the time, then or whatever it is, if it's the praying mantis, you know, then go with that too, because because you have the praying mantis too. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
hmm yeah, a lot of this star family stuff, communicate with them, and
I am working on it. Okay.
yeah,
I'll
with
work
your
harder.
collective family,
Yeah.
it'll help you feel more connected, you know. So
Yeah, definitely.
this is call in your full power.
Okay. On the bottom, is that a different language
Yeah,
or does it? Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Okay.
light language, just a
Yeah. Okay.
energy language.
Gotcha.
hmm
Okay. That resonates because I've been doing that, but I know that
Good.
I'm constantly doing that, I know
Yeah.
it's a process.
hmm And you're
Calling.
traveling and stuff too, so sometimes it's more difficult when you're traveling to
Yeah.
always be on a schedule. So the Spider
Oh my
Woman,
gosh.
so this is going to be like a medicine, like the
Yeah.
animal medicine, you know. So Spider Woman and
Yeah.
the number is 8, and it's like
And
infinite.
infinity. Yeah, this all
hmm
resonates so deeply. Wow.
Yeah, with the Spider
Yeah.
Woman. Hmm
Spider-Woman. I was just actually talking to a friend of mine about working through her fears and stuff, and about the spiders, about the bad like AI type spiders versus
Oh.
like the good
Mm,
spiders and spider grandmothers, what I
mm,
was referring to her as. But that's been a huge part of my life. And then the infinity and the
yeah.
eight infinity, I
Mm.
draw it like it's like
Oh,
always been
cool.
around. Yeah, all the
Cool.
time.
That is cool. Oh, so this says, are you a loner or sometimes a loner or
I can be, yeah.
yeah.
I love that. So
hmm
yeah, I can be, and then
Then you come out
I'm
of
not.
it.
Then yeah, like I love to travel and do things, like that within groups and stuff. But I'm not like, if I'm not doing that or around people that I'm close to, then I don't need to be around like crowds
Yeah.
and
hmm
stuff.
Or have a whole bunch of people over or nothing like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. What's your star sign, your birthday? What's your
Cancer. So
Oh,
July
Cancer?
8th.
Oh, okay, I'm
Yeah.
a Cancer too. So we're the
Oh,
same with
really?
that. Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
we
cool.
but we'll resonate with being a loner sometimes, and then sometimes we have to get out and do like you just said, travel, you know. And the
hmm
traveling is more for our mind, seeing stuff mentally and stimulating our mind and feeling things and sensing things, but it's more um just like outside, but then we want to process it and go within, you know, where we need time to be alone to process and just kind of take a little like a day off or something from everybody and just stay home or whatever, just kind of be by
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, 100%.
So here's the Arcturian connection.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's been coming in strong just recently too
Yeah.
when working on stuff with them.
I feel like you can almost speak their language too, like the
Mhm.
Arcturian language. Do
Okay.
you, yeah, I feel like
Is
that.
it
Like it's really fast too. It's like really fast. And
is
or
it
writing it, like it's really, really fast. So
okay.
it almost sounds like it's um like if you're speaking Spanish really fast or something, like when I'm hearing
Sure.
Spanish and they're speaking it really fast, that kind of gives me an activation too.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's kind of
I,
sounds
I,
like a kind of like that. Can you pick
I,
up languages pretty easily too?
somewhat. I could
Hmm.
pick them up and I can speak light language and I could write not like you, but like
Hmm.
I will do it sometimes when it comes
Yeah.
through it'll just
Hmm.
hit me and I'll come through. I have like notebooks of it, you know. I don't even know what
Yeah.
it means. I
Yeah.
just write
I
it.
know the same. I mean, because it's more from your higher self and your galactic team too, So,
Yeah.
oh, that's flashing. You're a creative
Wow.
person. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, this is for the 20 and back. So this is going to be
Wow.
something that you talked about with the BM, because you're usually taken when you're 5 years old into
That
this program, so
yeah,
because you said you didn't remember anything when like 5 years old below. So
right.
it's like around that time is when you would have been taken out of maybe like when you were sleeping and then abducted and taken maybe to an underground base or something, and they can
Mm,
clone your consciousness. So I think that's what they mostly would do is just clone your consciousness, take pieces of your consciousness and then put it in different clone bodies. And then all of those bodies then are sent out on these 20 and back programs, So that's because there's multiple 20 and backs. There's not just one 20 and back, because um you're going to have lots of things going on because they would want to utilize all of your abilities to the max, with your psionic abilities and your spiritual gifts. Um,
yeah,
so in all your starseed lineages, that's what they use is that they take all of that and then they they um they gene use genetics to manipulate it too with other species, so it's
hmm,
really, I don't see how we could find all of our clones because there's so many of them, I think, because they can
yeah,
sell off pieces of our consciousness too, and trade it or however and put it in different clones, or there can be clones in stasis, and then they have this clone that's in stasis and then they use its consciousness to create more clones. So it's
yeah.
like
It just
when
never ending.
mhm.
Like,
Yeah, so I don't know how many times you can be cloned before it expires. Because I think I've heard Randy Kramer talk about that too. I think it's so many
mhm,
times you can be cloned, and then this can't be cloned anymore because it's kind of like, uh, not very smart anymore, I guess. Maybe it's
yeah,
just too stretched out or so, or maxed out because they also split your mind too, so they would create the clone and then they create alters by splitting your mind. So I was thinking like when you were 5, then you would have been taken out to the side here, to maybe the a base or something like that, and then put back, but your memory wiped, so
that
you
makes
wouldn't
sense.
have any kind of memory of being there. But they sometimes will erase the memory too much too, or something, and it kind of messes with time. Um,
Yeah,
so it might have been even earlier too than 5 that
I think it
that
was.
happened.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Seems like it might have been earlier than 5.
How early? Yeah, I think it was earlier than that. Like, can
Hmm.
it be around like 3 even? Like, can
I
it be
thought
that young?
that. Yeah, I thought
That's
that.
you thought that too?
I
Okay.
thought 3. because they could
Yeah,
have, I mean, they can because it's your consciousness, and then they just they would have taken you at a really young age and just started messing with time with you, like take showing you like um training you in your psionic abilities really early, and then putting you back and erasing
right,
your memory, and then taking you back. You could have been physically taken or taken astrally, so there's many versions of it too. So it's hard to track when, like, exactly when they did it, and which group. So it's a lot of
yeah.
things that can happen. Yeah.
I can see that. That makes sense though.
There's the
The
praying
praying
mantis.
mantis.
It's kind of like his bio there, his, like telling you hi. That's what I kind of
Okay,
think when because I always draw the being first, and then kind of
sure.
their
Yeah.
language comes out, and sometimes it's
I
just
like,
like a whole bunch of stuff, and then sometimes it's this way. So I just always draw the being first, and then let it come out.
yeah, I got a good feeling from that card. It
Hmm.
wasn't like bad or
No.
anything.
This says you can open stargates with your psionic power. So that's what we was talking about with
Beautiful.
the Montauk,
Okay, yeah.
opening up the stargates, and then opening
Interesting.
up the ocean gates. So opening up those stargates with your mind, with your mental power, because you would have it would be manipulated, so you can the frequencies and stuff, so you can tune into different frequencies and then sync with that, and then it allows you to access that Stargate, so you would have that ability.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Another
Oh
praying
wow,
mantis.
that's very cool. It
Hmm.
also has the purple on it too, or like purplish, like the other one.
Yeah, I make them
Is there?
different colors, so then we don't think that they're just all one color or
Oh,
something
I like
either
that.
too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's another soul family all around you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
Okay.
praying mantis is usually like one of my guides, so
Okay.
it's always coming through quite a bit. It's the praying mantis. So I think they like to share the information and stuff, and they're good scientists and geneticists and also healers. So there's different praying mantis groups.
Yeah.
There's that infinity sign again.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
is that a
ant.
mantis or an ant being? Ant
Yeah,
being?
that's an ant being. Yeah. This feels more like in Arizona or something like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a big. What would you say the other being was on there? Was that like
It seems like a
um
little gray or something, like
just a gray?
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that resonates with me. Yeah. For like I, Arizona, like Sedona, I go there a lot,
Oh, do
and I get
you?
really tap. I tap in. Yeah.
Hmm.
In a lot of places there. Like
Hmm.
I could
Yeah, I can.
really tap in, and the ant beings will like take
Yeah.
me around underground is really cool.
Yeah, I can see that. Like showing you like I can see them giving you a tour of the
Yeah,
place
that's so,
too.
yeah, exactly. A tour.
Hmm.
Yep.
And you're seeing all how they live and stuff, or some of the colonies and stuff. And it's just
Yeah.
like a tour. It's
Right.
it's not like they're not taking you to, they're just kind of showing you. It might be
Yeah.
like doing something like an upgrade for you when they're taking you, but it's not
Okay.
nothing nefarious. It's something
Right.
like positive for you. Invisible
This
contact. So
too.
this is intuitive seeing. So this
Okay.
is going to be like you like when they're in the room, and then you could just sense the being in the room, so it's
Oh yeah.
invisible, like because it's not in this frequency, but you can
Yeah.
sense it. You can intuitively
Oh
see
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That happens a lot.
What about a Native American warrior?
Yeah, big time.
Hmm.
Big time. That's came through a lot. I've had a lot of connection to the Native Americans, and then going past that, a lot of indigenous, like Central South American
Okay.
shaman
Yes.
lines to Lemuria. That,
Hmm.
So yeah, but the Native Americans I've been, and the warrior, shamanistic warrior part of it,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At one time when I was going, not too many years ago, I was going into sleep paralysis, and there was I think it was a gray that was on the like a gray on the other side of me, and then I got out of the sleep paralysis kind of, and in front of me was this Native American, like he had like his headdress on. It was like blue. I mean, he was like fully just decked out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to make contact with me, but I was startled and I scared him, you know, and he left, and then
Uh-huh.
they with him. But anyway, sorry, I went off on a tangent. But yeah, so
Did
I have lots.
do you have
Yeah, go
Native
ahead.
American DNA? Do you have
Yeah, I do.
you do?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably just your ancestor, talking to you. Then I bet
uh-huh.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
which is your tribe? What is your
I don't know.
tribe? Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know honestly what it is. My
Mm-hmm.
family, they don't like. I don't know. Tried to ask through different various family members and like what I could just see into myself,
Yeah.
and it's just I can't get a straight answer, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's
No,
there.
I can sense it,
Yeah.
Explore other aspects of yourself. So that's kind of what we're
Okay.
doing, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, the shaman.
Oh, wow. That's really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
It
think
is.
um that
What?
language is, or do you know?
Um,
Is it hard? I know it's really hard to say, huh?
yeah.
It
Sometimes
looks
it's not
familiar.
like a set one. It's just more of my like a when I'm drawing it, sometimes it's just
Yeah,
thought of from my heart connection too. But
sure.
this feels I would my first thought was Syrian. My first thought was.
Okay.
But yeah, I would my first thought on that is Syrian. When you asked me, then it kind of when then I thought that. So I sometimes don't think of it and then until you ask and then it opens it up for me too.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Empathic. Mm-hmm.
Big. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm. Oh
major
yeah.
impact.
So
Yeah.
everybody's going to you and telling you their life stories and all that, I bet, right? That
Yeah.
they all the time, like
All
the
the time.
everybody can always tells you, oh,
Yeah.
this is Project Surrogate. This is going to be, um, I don't know if you resonate with that. It's like in the German program in the SSP, this is a
Yeah.
mother that's going to be like this, like a breeder program, and the mothers are given DNA of these German, like if it's reptilian or however, but it's mixed
Sure.
genetics. And then they have to birth these babies, and the babies are given to these different families to be raised in. So that's the German program is that Project Surrogate. So I don't know if you resonate with that or not with
That
the
one is that's new to me. I mean, I know that I'm familiar with the forced breeding programs and all that,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
Project Surrogate, I'm not. That's the
Yeah,
first
because it
consciously
might be
from.
different races too, and it's not just the Germans. It's going to be other, you know, the breeding program is the surrogate because the DNA is put into the mother. So I mean, it might even be like your mother had the genetics mixed with different, genetic manipulation, and you're a hybrid. So
Yeah.
that
Okay.
too. Yeah. So
Okay.
with your abilities and everything, they just genetically modify you. So, that you with your DNA and everything and her DNA, and then so you can it can be your star ancestors are genetically manipulating or the ET races too. So it's kind of that's just kind of an open thing. It's nothing set with
Sure.
the Project Surrogate. Yeah. It's just a kind of an awareness of that program.
Okay. Yeah.
Alien abductee.
Yeah. Not
So
surprised.
yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like the surrogate is more of the breeding program, to where
Yeah.
you would they would take your DNA and then create um more hybrid species with your DNA as well, breeding, like the breeding program.
Yeah, I could feel that. Yeah.
There's the warrior again.
Oh, I love that.
hmm I think I thought of the Syrian language there.
Yeah.
hmm And I thought of the white tiger too. So,
Okay, I got
yeah,
some of that too. Cool.
yeah. I think that white tiger is Syrian
It
too.
must be.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that keeps resonating with me as well. Okay.
hmm So here's some
Wow.
guys. They just
The prey.
different friendly, huh? Different
Yeah,
ones.
which
It's
is a relief.
yeah. It almost seems like it's like going into the colonies underground, how you were taken by the ants.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going underground there. So I thought that
Mm.
just then too.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
hmm
definitely.
He's gonna flash in there. So this
That is
feels
fun.
like what kind of being would this be? This
Good
sometimes
question.
they're different with me because it doesn't feel Syrian.
Uh,
Doesn't feel Turian really. It's
it
some
feels
sort of a
to
gray, like a gray, some
yeah,
sort of
like
a
a
gray,
gray
like a
hybrid type
higher
of.
dimensional, like yeah.
Okay.
Just there's
Yeah, it
all
seems
different kinds of grays, you
right.
know. This is, I don't know all the species because there's so many. This is some, these are some different kind of, they're kind of snake head reptilian that is like on,
Interesting.
I feel like it's like on Mars or something, taken to Mars. It says mass abduction occurring. So
Right.
these would be like I don't know, it's like it seems like when you were like little, that's when that would have occurred with different kinds of beings.
Oh, weird. I just had a
Yeah.
flashback memory of this crazy faces like that were pointy that just reminded me of it.
Yeah.
Like snouty like weird
Mm-hmm.
faces, like kind
Yeah.
of like that. And
Yeah. Kind of.
they always creep me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just like those like creepy pointy faces. They
Mm-hmm.
were creepy to me anyways, and
Yeah.
the feeling I got was always not good from them. Like
Yeah. Because
kniving and like
their neck kind of goes like a snake, so
hmm,
it's just different how they they kind of are used to scare. Uh, it seems like
oh
for children, seems like that.
man, that is connecting dots big time. Okay.
hmm
Interesting.
Kundalini awakening.
Interesting. What do you get from that? Because like that's something that I've been working with a lot.
hmm Yeah,
Um,
the Kundalini is just rising your Kundalini energy, your chakras going up, and then you'll feel like the heat coming up too, but all your chakras just activating, and then it just comes out of the crown, and then it just opens up your crown, and it allows you to connect with your higher self. So if you're able to do that, then it's you probably already had a Kundalini awakening if you feel that, Yeah,
mhm.
because some people can't connect with the higher energy yet. It's still kind of blocked until you have the Kundalini awakening, and then it opens up all the doors.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know, you would feel
Yeah.
it too because it's like a lot of heat coming up, like your whole body is just getting hot, like inside, and everything. And but sometimes it happens with like mine happened when I did my Karuna Reiki class. The end of class, she gave me like the fire serpent symbol, and then that was like activating my chakras on my spine, and it just rose up, and I felt like really a lot of heat inside, not like a hot flash, kind of maybe a hot flash, but is more like being like in a hot room or something, like a sauna, and the
Yeah.
room got really hot too. And then after that class, then everything started just opening up, like my awareness and intuitive abilities and wanting to heal like more things. And it just kind of started opening up, and that's when I started researching the super soldier stuff, and like things started opening up for me after that. So kind of look
Interesting.
for that when that happened, when your kundalini, when you started questioning things more, oh, that's probably around the time, your kundalini was activated. And
Okay.
hmm
Did you have, this is kind of a random question, but did you have, I know the heat that you were talking about. Did you also have like, or do you have like like good feeling, like really good feeling with it too? Or is that not always the case?
Well, they talk about like the sexual kundalini stuff, but I think that's kind of separate if you're connecting
It's
with
different.
someone, and
Yeah.
then you connect with them, and then it's more of sexual energy that way. But for yourself, it's more just within your body, and then you just feel it like it can be kind of when you're meditating too, or if one of the shaman gives you an activation too, like you've gone to all
Yeah.
these places, it seems like you would have already had that happen with these different shamans and stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
sure you have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
you
think
have.
so.
So, and here's the,
Man, it's interesting because this stuff looks so familiar to me, but
yeah,
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 big time.
it's probably your language, your soul language, probably that,
Yeah.
I would
Wow.
say.
That's an interesting one. That's
Yeah. I mean, if
like,
it
like
if there's
interesting.
like an interpretation, then I because it can mean something different for you than it could to someone else, because it's more from how you feel, how it
Yeah.
makes you feel, what you think when you see it. Like here's a Lyran, so this is going to be your Lyran connection, because I can see you
Right.
as a lion, mostly as a lion in for the Lyran, like even royalty, a royalty, Lyran.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the
Yeah.
tiger is Syrian. So,
Okay, that makes sense.
oh, here's the Mars Defense Base. This is going in the 20 and back, and this is
Okay.
there's like a on Mars the dome, yeah, over the base there, and then it's
Right.
just an underground base. I don't know if you resonate with
Interesting.
that. With
Kind
being,
of.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
with being on Mars and fighting. Oh, what about
Oh
Hortus?
my gosh. Yeah.
Hmm?
And Horus, but Mars last night, this is crazy. Mars kept coming up. I was, like I said, I'm visiting family. I was doing some oracle cards for my mom.
Oh, okay.
And before I went to bed, I was trying to put this stack away, and this Mars card kept falling out. And they were like, whatever, spirit, whatever, kept telling me, like, this card is for you. You need to read this. And
Hmm.
so I did. And I'm like, that doesn't really resonate. So I put it away. Like three times it fell back out.
Oh,
So I
okay.
finally it was like, okay, I'm gonna go into this last night. And it was all about Mars and yeah. So nothing really significant, but that was coming up last night, like already, I guess, for this,
Hmm.
knowing we were gonna be doing this.
Yeah. Hmm.
But then and
But
then Horus also, yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
for the 20 and back, because then you're sent to this 20 and back program as the super soldier. So you would spend how much ever time, because it can be more than 20 years as a warrior, because they would regen your body. If you're out in battle and then you get blown up, they can put you back together and then just send you back out over and over. So that
Right.
might have happened, but I feel like they have you as maybe cyborg too, like part cyborg, where it's called an ultra soldier, where you're half cyborg and half human, super soldier. So you would have some more uh abilities to, like the Doom suit, something like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
I think that.
totally.
Yeah,
And
and
then like
so
the nanobots and stuff,
hmm
that kind
yeah,
of a thing.
oh, like also because I also can see them doing different experiments on you too. Um, like putting the black goo, I can see that because that's used for technology and communication and extra intelligence, with
Yeah.
that black goo. So where would you be with that? With the Mars? Because it's more somewhere else that black goo is. It's connected
You
somewhere else.
like
Um,
Earth? You see it more Earth based, or
Mm,
no, somewhere else?
it's like you fly a ship with your mind, and you have the
Yeah,
black goo in your body, and that allows you to fly the ship with your mind and communicate and navigate, but also communicate with the reptilians too, because I
yeah,
see kind of like you on the German fleet or the uh like the German fleet,
uh-huh.
and it's communicating with the Draco. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally
because
know what
it's
you're
more
talking about.
telepathic. And
Hmm.
Penny Bradley has said that you have to have that black goo in order to be in their presence. Like if you don't have that technology, then you would, I guess you would probably die or something in their
Yeah, they don't,
presence.
yeah,
Yeah.
they wouldn't put up with you because
Mm-hmm.
they don't
Because you're
like
not
you
smart.
talking, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
back and not
But
being,
I can see that you have that where you're walking around on their ship. I can see like as in like you're a um I would say commander, like commander, because to see you walking around. Um sometimes navigator too, because I see you go up to the front area, but I see you kind of walking around too and trying to find what you're doing. I just see you kind of navigating where to go and then having meetings of where you're going to be going and then taking directions from the Draco too. It
okay.
seems like it's like a Draco ship, and it's like the it's what kind of ship would that be? Is it sometimes they have trades, like they trade goods and stuff, but it seems like what would it be? Um I'm searching for it to see what matches. It's not like slave trade because you have slave trade. That's not anything, to have humans as slaves as on there and trading. Other people would
Yeah,
do that because you're more like higher ranking. So
okay.
I'm not sure. I just see you flying in space and navigating different points, different places. Hmm.
Interesting.
Maybe it'll come to me with the other stuff, like
Okay.
thinking, yeah, so this looks like kind of a wizard. Um, mm, it seems like a it's like a gray, but it's kind of a hybrid, different kind. Maybe Syrian
Yeah,
hybrid or
right.
something like that. Hmm.
It's really
I
interesting.
keep trying to find that now because that's I'm like wanting to search for that
Yeah,
some of the stuff, the navigating. So what's some stuff that you resonate with when if you see yourself flying a ship, or on
okay.
a ship, then what are some of the things that you would resonate with doing? Would you resonate with giving orders or like in a board meeting or something, and then them telling you where, like directions of where to go? Because you would have that DNA too, some of their DNA to be able to, I think, communicate with them. Maybe part of this Orion group. Maybe some of the
Yeah,
Orion
I could,
might be part of the Orion.
I would see it being more, yeah, like on the warrior-ish
Yeah.
side of it, where
Mm-hmm.
like let's go
Warrior.
here and like take care of business. Like I don't know what that would call what that's called in a rank, but like
Mm-hmm. Like a commander. You're like a
yeah, something
commander.
like that.
Yeah, I just see you giving the orders to all the people, but you're walking around the ship too. Like it's like a battleship, like a giant
Uh,
ship.
okay.
Melissa says, you never conform to reality,
That's so
never
true.
fit in with society.
And
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's something that we don't like to do as cancers anyways, when
Exactly.
someone says you like tells us what to do in a demanding way, then they just really shouldn't have said it that way. They should have said it a different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a
Interesting.
mermaid, mermaid, yeah, mermaid aspect. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this is going to be part of that, um, that Atlantean time because it's like a
Okay.
merman or mermaid. You might have been a mermaid before too, have an aspect of that. Do you feel that the mermaid, anything with that?
Yeah, I felt those
Hmm.
energies and I've kind of seen stuff like that
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
just like meditation and stuff.
Hmm. Because I
Um,
can see your long hair. I can see you have really long hair like that
mhm.
too, with a tail too. So, and it does connect with Atlantis there with
Okay.
dolphins too. So,
Interesting.
and those sea turtles, so the ocean life. So it might have just been a
Yeah.
time when you were a mermaid being, you know? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
There's
Ocean Star.
Orion again.
Orion Stargate
Stargate
Guardian.
Guardian. Stargate.
Amazing.
So this would be Stargate Guardian. That could be on that battleship too. A Guardian. Would you be a Guardian? Might
I
be
totally
different.
would.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I completely would. That,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
And here's the felines, the
Oh, yeah.
cats. Mm-hmm.
That
They're like
definitely
the
is.
bipedal cats, you know? Like the
Hmm. I love that. Yeah.
There's some ant beings. This one feels like it's where you went into Earth or them showing you, in Sedona.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yep. Like giving
Wow.
you information.
Yeah. That's Arcturian
Mm-hmm.
for sure. That's amazing.
That's good. You're going with your first thought. That's good. There's the
Yeah.
alien abduction occurred in childhood.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. There's
Oh,
like this memory I have of
Antarctica, underground labs.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's another thing I've always been intrigued by is that Antarctica stuff too.
What was you saying with the alien
Oh,
abduction?
that abduction, there's like feelings or there was like experiences that I had when I was younger. One was at this like preschool or no daycare, not a pre, it was before school, it
Hmm.
was like daycare. Crazy weird experiences. And one time like on the playground, like it, I guess it must have been like first grade or something. So that would have been a little bit later, but I remember being like where it was like missing time.
Oh.
And I was because like there was like all this forest out there. And I remember going, being like I walked out to the forest where like this fence was and I had a toy. And all of a sudden, like this brand new toy was gone and it was like on the other side of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
It was like just a crazy, like none of it made sense. It was like missing time, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
None of it made sense in chronological order. It was like,
Yeah, because you had a question like, how did the toy get over there? I'm like,
yeah, and
why
how
am
did
I
I get
here?
there? Why is it there? Yeah,
And
it was all
and it just
none
felt
of,
funny. Mm-hmm. And you just felt like, what is what's going on? Like you just felt kind of funny.
yeah,
With
and that
the
happened. Yeah,
with the
that's happened before.
Antarctica underground base, underground labs, this would be in the SSP, with the being taken to the Antarctica and then being
Definitely.
trained in the underground bases there. They have like uh training centers there too with doing like weaponry and combat and stuff. So I think that's like a main like a portal um like a hub or something like that too for
Hmm.
interdimensional traveling like to the like a jump gate or something to the moon or to
Yeah,
Mars or underground or something. There's like a jump gate there.
yeah, yeah. That's close to like their crown, like their empire's like main stronghold. I think
Oh
on
yeah.
this realm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is a record keeper.
Oh wow! Speaking of
Yeah.
sea turtle, yeah, wow, and the star,
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Record keeper. So it's like this to be. what would you connect the record keeper to?
I instantly thought of sea turtle, like just because the sea turtles communicated to me that that's what they are. They're the keep record
Okay.
keepers.
Yeah.
But but I think there's also more to it with like the Akashic
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and like DNA, like codes, light codes, knowledge. But like the sea
Yeah.
turtles, the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah. And I see you kind of connecting with some crystals too, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
record keepers in the crystals too.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
yeah, but
I'm
programming the
obsessed with
crystal
crystals.
too, like holding it
Yeah,
and programming it,
yeah.
or
Since a
activating
child,
it.
yeah, I've been into crystals and like I have, yeah,
A whole bunch
I'm
of
like
crystals.
big. Yeah,
This reminds me of like a ship, and then all those are
yeah,
little ships around, like a mothership or something, and then all
yep,
those like a space station almost.
yeah, yeah. I feel the same.
Oh, this is the rock collector. We just talked about that. So
You
just
just talked
collecting
about that.
different stones and
Stones,
rocks.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
What do you get from that?
Almost like
Oh,
Orion, almost something Orion.
okay,
Maybe something like that. They might be
sure,
different colors.
sure.
It might be like a hybrid, no,
Yeah,
something like that too.
interesting. Oh wow, there they are again.
Hmm.
I love it. I feel like they're just constantly saying hi. I don't, yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like there's that and showing me like, wow, that's interesting.
yeah. Oh, this one too seems like a space hub or something. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Seems like a spaceship almost, like that, like a spaceship. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Oh, here's some. This is praying mantis language, because it comes out really fast too when I'm writing it. It's like all fast with their
Wow.
hands, how they have just the stroke on their hand, it's like really
Uh,
fast because
that's
they don't
beautiful.
do a lot of curve stuff. They just do strokes.
Yeah.
So this says uh, conscious transfer.
Um,
So your consciousness
Split.
transferred and it's blinking to
Oh,
like confirmation. I guess this is confirmation when it's blinking. That's what I've come to realize, that
interesting. Yeah.
that the consciousness has been split and put into different clone bodies, which you know that
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Many realities. You are an inventor. An inventor?
I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yeah. Maybe like Nikola Tesla. Connection. Do you feel a connection to Nikola Tesla? Something
Yeah.
with the because
Oh,
he did
yeah.
time he did time travel stuff. So, but he also did all kinds of stuff, really. But an inventor of it could be
Yeah.
even an inventor um of what? Some kind of technology, some kind of time travel technology, maybe some kind of a little like a device, that they need to be able to transport, like a
Right.
something like that. Now these are going to be kind of darker. These are the ones that I made,
Mhm.
but they're kind of darker. So
That's
they're
fine.
like in the brothels and things like that.
Okay.
It kind of just gives more um like the green goose. The green goo is like the in the Hulk. You know how they have
Okay.
that in the Marvel movie where they give
Yeah.
the Captain America that goo.
Yeah.
So and then it makes him really really big and strong. So that comes up quite a bit with being on Mars and stuff too, is being a super soldier, how they enhance your strength. Um, and even like James Rink, he was saying that they gave him that green goo and then they sent him out to battled zombies, and that was a like a pocket reality or another
Oh,
reality, to
really?
prevent like a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. So
Interesting.
it's different. So in here, I'll turn this because it flashes, so it's easier just to show it when it's like a lighter. So the
Okay.
fake womb,
Yeah.
um, growing like in the babies in the womb, like they. Do you recall anything like that with seeing like as a scientist
I remember,
person?
or yeah, I feel like I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Like
do
from the
too.
outside in. Yeah. Like just
Mm-hmm.
like that, like seeing it.
Yeah,
Like you should. Yeah.
I see you
But like
holding
bigger
like a
rooms.
clipboard and then you're doing analysis on them too. It might be
Yeah.
like on a ship of this is something else, another aspect of you, that's in one of the programs because it's
Yeah.
like a scientist. So here's my lab experience and um
Interesting.
so what is it on there? It's like the guy on the table there being
Yeah.
given um it's like the person has a headgear thing on and then they're being given that serum there.
Yep. Oh yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
it's green. So these would be like more f like of the forced
Yeah,
aspect. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
all kind of nefarious. Not
Yeah.
kind of, it is all nefarious. So this is going to be kept in a cage.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Yep. That,
This can be in over the ocean. Like I just thought of this one as there's one program where they had like a boat and then they kept the kids in this cage and they would take one out at a time and put them in the chair and electroshock them and give them all different kinds of aquatic DNA stuff and then throw them over into the water. And then they also, I think that might be connected to the Seagate program or something. But this is going to be where the kids could open up portals in the water and go into different realities. So this is something I thought of just then with that being on like it's like a boat, like a fisherman boat looking thing. It's not like a big boat so
right.
people wouldn't know. So this was locked up as a slave.
Interesting. Yeah. It's interesting you brought that up about the boats and because
Mm-hmm.
this ties into that last card.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always thought that and seen and had that like perception of those kinds of boats, like the normal,
Yeah,
you know, like
like a
fishing
fish
cargo
boat.
boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
where
like
they
kind of
just
like a tugboat, like a fish boat, but
yeah,
like kind of like that. It's not like anything fancy. So people, if they were
yep,
just going by, they wouldn't think anything's going on there. But it's like there's a whole bunch of there's like 6 to 8 cages or so, and then there's kids in those cages, and then they're taken out and electroshocked and tortured, and then put in the water, and then they try to go and find them too, or they come back, or they're programmed to come back. Um,
yeah,
so or they just leave them there to die too. They
yeah,
just throw them overboard because they think they're just like a genetic experiment. So
yeah.
here's the Mothers
Others.
of Darkness, the circus. So this is at the end of the Mothers of Darkness rituals, and then they would have
Oh,
this
wow.
circus place as a place that all of the slaves went to with their owners, and it's like you're given like the top mothers and the top performers, the slaves, whoever can produce the most babies. This is more like the girls, but maybe something like that. You might have been there as a small child, um just witnessing it too or something, or you might have knowledge of it. I don't know. As that Mothers of Darkness
Interesting.
with
Yeah.
that something. So here's the
Burlesque
burlesque
show.
the burlesque shows, and it's gonna be where you're you might have been like a soldier
Yeah. That
in
resonates
space.
more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then taken there to watch the performers. You know, it might have been like entertainment
Hmm.
too. Even that circus might have been entertainment,
Oh
something
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
too. Um, sex slave is
Traumatized. I
trauma.
see.
And it's like a girl. See how it's kind of blurry, so that's why I kind of.
Yeah. But I
She's
could,
like,
yeah.
so that would be like at one of the brothel places. Like maybe you've seen
Hmm.
something. The sex kitten program.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You remember? What do you remember with that?
That I just have like these vague memories and but like my whole life it's like that's been like the way that they've tried to get into me
Mm-hmm.
without forcefully taking me is through like my sacral chakra, like
Mm-hmm.
through sex,
Mm-hmm.
like and yeah, it's just like to this day, like I like it's such an old trick for me now, but
Mm-hmm.
like just literally like for nonstop, that was just like the way they would try to penetrate and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to get to me, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah. And to manipulate, like also to take your genetics too for the hybrid
Exactly.
program and, create more um hybrids of you, or
Yeah.
to um also like with the sex kitten, the programming and maybe groomed to be in with like these like mafia men, where you would be sent to be with any kind of like a mafia or
Yep.
something like that, but it's a different place too. It's in the secret space stuff,
Yeah.
it's like that dark castle place where you would
Hmm.
be.
Yeah.
So here's a hacker, like you're
Okay.
maybe one of those and it seems like it's like a group of hackers, and they help each other to break through stuff into places,
Yeah.
you know?
I could feel that. Yeah.
hmm this is the parasites. This can be
Yeah.
like the black goo as well, with the can be a lot of stuff really. The parasites can be the technology,
Yeah. This would be
nanotechnology.
stuff like that I've removed though, right? Like it could, I
Yeah,
mean,
this is
yeah.
just for your awareness of the things. Yeah, this is just out of all of the past and everything,
Sure. Oh,
shadow
that's interesting.
people.
Yeah. I've dealt with that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't happened for
Childhood.
quite a long,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for my whole
Yeah,
childhood and growing up. Yeah.
yeah. So here's the green goo serum. So this is going to be put into the uh super soldiers to make them even stronger,
Okay.
to enhance your abilities. So it's like
So that's different than the black goo. They're
yeah.
two separate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The black
Okay.
goo is like for communication and intelligence. This has that
Hmm.
too, but this is more enhanced to make you strong and rage out,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the
That makes
incredible
sense. Yep.
Incredible Hulk, like
Yep.
that.
Gotcha. For sure.
So this is going to be um sex slave
That's,
espionage agent,
oh
and
wow.
she's
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've dealt with people like that in this
hmm
lifetime.
oh, okay. They might have been sent to you to do, manipulation or
Or
to
like what you're
gaslight
saying.
you, you know, or
Yeah.
to
To
try to
collect
yeah,
DNA.
collect data too, or DNA, yep, to collect
Hmm.
DNA from you. hmm And this is going to be like at the off-world brothel, and then
Wow.
so you
For
might
some
have been
reason,
in there.
like Mars just came into my
Yeah.
consciousness.
hmm So I can
Interesting.
see you being a soldier and being taken in one of those rooms as a soldier, and one of the girls, maybe like this girl, she might have been one of the girls
Oh yeah,
that was gathering information on you, or trying to manipulate you, something like that. Something.
definitely. Yeah, that resonates. Wow.
Now I have these. These are more pictures. Because I have more, these are bigger cards that I have I can turn the light
Oh
back up
wow. Okay.
now. So these are the bigger cards, so I use the different ones to draw on and, um, I don't know, I just do these at different times. So it's just whichever ones I feel like using, I guess. I haven't made any new ones lately. I just kind of keep them because most of the time I'll just write the new stuff, but then I'll write the same thing as already on there. So
Okay.
I've noticed that. I'm like, I already wrote this. This is
Yeah.
like why am I rewriting? But I guess it's just supposed to be just making sure that it's on there, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I just realized you have a white tiger behind you. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
notice that until right now.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably our same star family, the white tiger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just pick them.
Oh.
I don't know if you heard of the Merchant Marine. The Merchant Marine, this is going to be on the like a German fleet, So maybe
Yeah.
that's what that one aspect of you was.
Okay.
So there's the Zeta Grays.
Yeah.
I thought of Orion just then, like the Grays
Okay.
in Orion. But
Yeah.
there's other star systems that you'd see them. They have all kind. They're kind of everywhere, really. The Zeta Grays. Oh, how about the Pleiadians?
Yeah. Yeah. That used to come in really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it isn't still there, just yeah, it used to come
Mm-hmm.
in really strong.
Yeah. And then here's the earth and water elements. So
Definitely. Those are like the two that I'm most connected with.
really, what's your moon sign? Do you know what your moon sign is with the
Oh,
astrology?
I can't remember. I just went through all this stuff, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh, I wish I could, but I can't.
a firebender.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that resonates. Definitely work with fire. Like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like the plasma fire and like the dragon's
Uh-huh.
breath and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely. Because I can see you outside, but if there's a fire going outside too, and you like to play with the like seeing if you can manipulate the flame,
Mhm.
or just feeling it, like you feel a strong connection
Oh,
to fire.
1,000%. Yeah,
Is Orion
I like that. With the heart. Yeah.
different Orion connections?
Yeah. That's Arcturian again too, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, the fire again.
Mm.
I feel like this one is connected with a dragon.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Project Stargate or Stargate Project. So you
Interesting.
just have the ability to open up stargates mentally, because you can tune into the frequencies of different stargates and access the how you can open them up with your with telepathically, you know,
Right.
with your psionic abilities. So this seems
That's
kind of
interesting. Is
different,
this
huh?
like, yeah, like almost weird? I got like
Yeah.
Andromedan, Syrian,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Arcturian. I don't know. It's like a mix
Yeah.
of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. I feel that too. I felt Andromedan when he said that too.
You did too? Okay.
Mm-hmm. A trance state for programming.
Oh wow.
So this
Yeah.
feels like when you was a kid and then the missing time, because it kind of puts you in that trance state too, you know, they where they would stop time, where they kind of would have
Yeah.
stopped time, and then you probably were taken into 20 and back or something then and then put back, you know, or
That
something
makes
like
total
that.
sense.
Mm-hmm. And how old were you then? How old was you when that you said first grade?
I Yeah, and now that you when you just said that, it's totally making sense to me like that. Yeah, that would have been like first grade. So like what
Mm-hmm.
would have been like five-ish?
First grade. I think it's
I should
like
know.
6 or 7, right? Yeah, like 7.
Well, because I hadn't moved. Maybe it was before that then. So
Mm-hmm.
but it was so I would have been yeah, like 5 or 6 years old, maybe seven. Yeah, but like right in there. But I
Mm-hmm.
now it makes sense. Like that one time on that specific one on the playground,
Mm-hmm.
it's like starting to come back to me now where like that was that's like a like where I was taken and then placed back. That's why none of it made any sense.
Yeah.
And but now it makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
could because I could see it and feel I could also
Yeah.
feel it, you know?
I think they put the toy on the other side so then because they know what they're doing, you know? So
Yeah.
I think that later they do that so you question things, you know? Because you had the
Hmm.
because you had the toy and then somehow ended up on the other side of the fence. So that made you kind of question, kind of confused you, you know, and you probably were taken and then put back like that. Like a
Yeah.
total, it could have been a whole 20 years and then put back because your age regressed or something
Yeah.
like that. So definitely, it might have been even taken by the different alien groups too, like the Greys might have
Hmm.
abducted you and then put you back. So it was definitely an abduction happening then.
Yeah.
And this is Blinken. So this is resilience,
Wow.
strength, and
Yeah.
determination. So
That's a
that's a yes.
1,000% for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And still Blinken.
Wow, that looks like stuff that I've written down before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It means like it is energy, you know, it's an energy that just comes out. It comes out really fast too, you know,
Hmm.
with that writing.
Wow. I literally have stuff like identical to that. I wish I could
Yeah. I think it's
show it
the
to you.
same soul language. I feel like that,
Yeah,
you know, like
totally.
astral
Yeah.
travel. That's what you were talking about when you were going out of your body.
Hmm. Plus, I do that now at night. Like,
Do you?
I like
Mm-hmm.
call it going to work, you know? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's different kinds of
Sounds-
languages.
Yeah. It reminds me also of like like some sort of ship
Mm-hmm.
in
It
a
does.
different language.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like underwater. I don't know. Yeah. Oh wow, that's different too.
Yeah.
So praying mantis and then some let's see.
It might be something underwater. Feels like an
Y-
underwater base.
Yeah, for sure. Oh wow, yeah. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Mm-hmm. Feels like that.
Yep.
Oh, the Syrian wolf. What about the wolf?
Interesting.
Like a white wolf with the electric, like the blue eyes, electric blue eyes, or the electric blue wolf that like they're Syrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's been I've seen that, but it's newer to me too. Like or I mean
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, like something that I've seen, but it's not like something that I'm extremely familiar with. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be interesting to look more into.
Yeah. That's like I feel like this is like
Wow.
a Stargate. And then maybe like
Yeah,
this is codes to access it.
exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. It's the
Hmm.
codes, how to get, yeah, through it. Wow.
It seems like the ship or the boat again, you know,
Hmm. Yeah, it does have something to do with that for sure.
and the star. I feel like when I see this, it's like a star seed or something like that, like
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, definitely. Okay, interesting.
The dreamscape, that's going to be where you
Yeah.
can project where you can manipulate someone else's dreams, where you could, if you were sleeping next to someone, this is like in a different, like maybe in the alternate reality or different underground base or something, then it's like an experiment happened to where you would be able to, like, you probably have stuff on your head like the electrodes or something where you can go inside this other person's dream time, and then if they're
Hmm.
having nightmares or something, you can help them through that. Like, because I've seen that movie Dreamscape, and that guy does that. Dennis Quaid is in that movie, and it's like an
Yeah.
old movie. And he does that. He helps people to work through their nightmares in the
Okay.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see
Interesting.
that. I can see you doing that
Wow. Okay.
because you can help them, you can enter into their dream and then help them pull them out of it, pull them out of the nightmare
Yeah.
through
Wow. I've
sound
been
frequency.
huge into sound frequency stuff for a long
Oh, good.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. And some more.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's weird how I mean, it's cool, not weird, but like
Yeah.
I could feel it. I could
Mm-hmm.
feel what it's saying,
Yeah.
but
It's
it's like,
energetic, huh? Like that,
yeah,
like
it's
you. Mm-hmm.
totally wow.
When I write those like that, it's really fast and intense. It's really
Yeah.
intense. Yeah. Oh,
Mm,
Anunnaki consciousness. The Anunnaki is like a star seed to the same thing, because it's from other star systems. So Anunnaki can be from Sirius, from lots of places, but they're
so many
more
places.
technology. I think the Anunnaki are a lot of the technology and programmers and
Hmm.
things like that. Atlantean, I think
Yeah,
Atlantean have a lot of
Atlantean.
Anunnaki.
Same here. Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh wow,
Egyptian Book of the Dead.
that
That's
relates big
mhm.
time. And then I like um Anubis. He like comes in.
Oh, uh-huh.
I've had a
Yep,
lot to do with
I can
Anubis.
see that. Yeah.
Also other beings too, but yeah.
There's a conscious extraction, clones of
Yeah.
self. So this is like how many clones can be created
Tons of
from one consciousness,
yeah.
and then on down, each one of those is can be split too, so
Alone.
it's like
Yeah.
so many times.
Too many.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty. That's beautiful. Man, I recognize some of that too. Why
Mm-hmm.
do I recognize that?
It might be some Pleiadian or Syrian.
Something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel that. And then I could something to do with like not like the Mayans and Incans like that, but like
Mm-hmm.
what created them,
Yeah,
like
it could
the
be. Yeah.
Melchizedek, like
Oh, uh-huh. I feel that. I can see
before
that.
that. Yeah. Who's this? I don't, this is interesting. I feel like she's almost like somebody that is my enemy.
Oh, okay. It might be.
I,
It
I
might.
don't, I don't,
It
I
kind of
don't know that.
seems like kind of witchy now that she said that. But like she feels kind of Anunnaki almost too, like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I can see
like
that. I can see that.
interesting.
Hmm.
Wow.
New things open up with that.
Yep.
So here's the Syrian dogs, those blue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that does resonate. Is this
Hmm.
way? No, this is different than the wolf though.
Yeah, there's still electricity though, like
Yeah.
electricity kind of color. That
Yeah,
that blue.
that
You'll
definitely
see it
resonates with me.
with their eyes. So here's the Project Monarch, the Monarch
Yeah.
Project.
Wow.
So that might have been happening when you were young then, you know? What about the
Yeah.
owls? The
Oh my
the
gosh,
owls.
dude.
Hmm.
That's amazing. I've had a connection with them forever. My great grandma, who used to talk to me telepathically, had all this property and she had owl stuff everywhere and owls.
Oh, okay, I
And
see that.
like when I walk
Hmm.
my dog at night, these owls will like just be out there with us.
Oh
And like
yeah.
I think it's just this one that's not afraid. It'll let me get right next to it. It'll come down to like
To
my
the
level.
ground.
Yeah, and it'll just let me and my dog walk right next to it. It just watches us and like kind of follows us as we walk at night, you know? Like,
Yeah, I see that. Like a guardian, kind of like a
yeah.
guardian.
And I can kind of communicate with it. I just keep it in the
Hmm.
trails right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge
Even
connection to
now.
that.
Yeah, even now communicate with it, you know? It's
Yeah.
like an ancestor.
Okay. Yeah.
They're like seers.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
I've seen, I don't know where they, I think it might be like Native American connection too, you know?
Yeah,
Those
that
kind
makes
of
sense. I just
connected
think,
to the Native American.
right.
Trying to find like the where because it's all in that area. Have you always lived in California?
No, I've lived like pretty much like half my life in Oregon and then half in California.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Oregon and then I moved
Oregon.
to yeah, born in Oregon, moved to California. I've had family in like both states, that's why. So I've gone between both states like as a child and stuff.
Yeah, Oregon. Maybe some of the maybe some of the Native American tribes in Oregon that you might be connected with, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
there,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, big time.
because there's a lot of Native American tribes.
Yeah,
And
and I've grown up going on to the reservations and I've just always been so fascinated with it. I still do that to this day, you know,
mm-hmm,
like no matter where I'm at, I'm just like drawn to those places
because of the
repeatedly.
energy, huh? The energy
Yeah,
of the
the energy.
sacred, like sacred
Yep.
site and
Yeah, the sacred sites and just like
mhm.
the energy I get from it and like the codes I get from it. I feel like I'm always
Oh,
getting
okay.
and giving codes, you know, but like
Yeah, like
you know what I
the
mean? Like it
mhm.
resonates with you.
Yeah, the
And
land codes and stuff, or the ancestors on the land sharing the
yeah,
just like the
like
ancients.
yeah,
Even going to like the seeing the petroglyphs and stuff too. What about like
yeah, big time.
petroglyphs?
I'm obsessed with those. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I go to those every time I can, and just because I could feel so much there, I could.
Yeah.
It's so different. I'm not. It's not like and neither way is right or wrong. Obviously, it's just like some people go to just experience things and do like a touristy thing, which is perfectly great. But like when I go to those places, I like go for the energy and
Oh
like
yeah. For the
spirituality behind
downloads, like downloads of the information, like maybe touching the rocks and stuff, huh? Like
it.
or the ground
Yeah,
or
yeah, all of it. It
mm-hmm.
just seems to like pour in, and it's like if it's like a safe space to communicate
Oh yeah.
in a way or something like that
The sacred
with them.
space.
Sacred space, yeah, yeah, definitely.
What about the Skinwalker? Uh do you like studying about the Skinwalker Ranch and stuff like that?
Oh man, I did. I was obsessed with that whole
Uh-huh.
thing for so yeah,
Yeah.
that was super intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I looked into like I mean that was just like intriguing to me just because of what it was, but like then I looked into like the um those like I guess the skinwalkers or like the dogs that are like
Mm-hmm.
basically I guess I'll say it this way. Like I
Like
was
a
looking
dog
into like
man.
the wolf man, yeah, like and
Mm-hmm.
they're what I seen with this is like they're created by the government or like the military. I'm not saying all the skinwalkers are, but I'm talking about like the wolf men ones. Like
Mm-hmm.
they've created these species of them to go out and hunt and
Yes.
take out like the like Bigfoot or Sasquatch or
Oh
many
yeah.
things. But like,
Yeah.
I saw
Like
how
the
they create.
spiritual beings, huh? Like they're are they attacking the spiritual like the Sasquatch
Yeah,
like that? Like
yeah,
removing them
exactly.
from?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I just have these two decks to go and then that's it.
Oh, cool. I'm not in a
Yeah.
rush. No worries.
Yeah. I'll turn down
Oh,
this a
okay.
little bit so I can see more because it kind of gives a glare too. Do you write like
Man,
this
that's
too?
yeah. I was just
Mm-hmm.
thinking. Yeah, you just read my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the Native American DNA.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally interesting.
The solar plex chakra.
Wow. What is okay? That's interesting because
Yeah.
that was like was mainly attacked, and then I had to re actually had to replace it with like an upgrade that I left myself
Oh, okay.
because it
Mm-hmm.
was so torn up.
So that's probably just confirmation with that then, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And maybe just to
Okay.
work on keeping that the your willpower
Oh.
and stuff like strong, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
in that area.
Okay. That's something I'm doing. Okay.
A polar
Polar
bear,
bear.
animal
Yeah.
medicine.
Oh.
Is it
What would
blurry?
that refer to? Polar bear animal medicine.
Like the bear is really protective, in a kind of mother energy, the bears are.
Yep.
So it's gonna be like a protector. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Okay.
There's some more of that.
Yeah, that looks exactly like it. Wow.
I feel it when you say that. I feel you writing it like that.
Creating
Okay.
music. Yeah, I definitely can feel that too.
Hmm.
I'm doing that more and more and more.
There's these guys.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
They're like Syrian or something.
I
They're
totally feel
Syrian.
that,
Hmm.
honestly.
Yep.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, this is a Reiki symbol.
Oh my gosh, that's
Hmm.
crazy. I just drew that.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I don't, yeah, whatever. I don't need to like waste time, but I literally just drew
Yeah.
that. I thought it was right here, but
When did you draw it? Like the other day or just today or?
yeah, just like in a couple days ago, I drew it. I don't know where it's at, but I drew that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah, the symbol though is I use it for like this kind of way, you know, because you can see it and going into doing psychic surgery on yourself, you know, so you can use that
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
surgery. Oh, here's your angelic DNA. That you have angelic
Okay.
DNA. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
like Archangel Michael or Archangel
Yeah.
DNA.
I've always been connected to Archangel Michael. Yeah, my middle name
Hmm.
is spelled Mikael.
Oh,
It's
Michael.
pronounced
Hmm.
Mikael, like Mikael.
Yeah.
Take
Take
care.
care of
Oh
you
wow. Oh my
first.
God. I was getting that message so much lately. That's
Yeah.
so interesting. My spirit guides.
Yep. The werewolf protector. So the werewolf, you know, is just like it didn't have to be negative, you know.
No,
The
not at all.
werewolf can be because I like the werewolves and watching, you know,
Yeah.
there's some negative ones, of course, you know. I mean, I wouldn't want to be faced with one, you know, but
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I always have like crazy strong. Yep.
Hmm.
That's cool. Oh my gosh. Overly sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Spot on. That's also why I like being around or like being in nature, like
Oh yeah.
other places, because it's that stuff is, yeah, it's overwhelming. Yeah, that's huge for me. I try to do that all the
Hmm.
time. Thank you for that one.
UFO based.
Wow, that's interesting. Right now, I
Hmm.
live by like a base, and
Really?
I've always been obsessed or like
Mm-hmm.
intrigued by him too, I guess.
Yep, I know. Like going to them and like what's going on underneath and all that. This
Yeah,
psychotronic or what's like the frequencies and stuff because you could probably feel the frequencies.
big time. Yeah. Man, this is interesting. This reminds me of like one of the ones you showed earlier too. Something to do with like, oh man. Oh, what is it? Something to do with like Samaria or like
Oh,
ancient
okay.
where Persia is now or like that area, like the Middle East. That's a feeling I got before too,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't pinpoint what it is. It's like ancient. I guess it'd be like pre
Mm-hmm.
or like Anunnaki times or after that or
When you said
I don't
Persia,
know.
I could see that
Okay. Okay, yeah.
abduction.
I feel that. Yeah, they would constantly come into my room. This is like when I'd be awake, and they
Mm-hmm.
would nudge my bed. So like I'd be
Oh,
laying in bed, and they like if a human walked up and were like an
hit
adult
it.
and
Mm-hmm.
pumped it with their knee,
Mm-hmm.
they would do it at least one time at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where it would just bother me. I'd be like annoyed by it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I knew
Mm-hmm.
that was them. Like, we're
Oh,
back. Time to go.
yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah.
that's
Wow, that's cool.
mm-hmm. Crystal Child.
I love that.
Oh, look at this one.
Wow. Whoa. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Beautiful too. I like that. Okay.
Yep. Pleiadians.
Interesting. I need to look more back into this because I kind of put it to the side for a while. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
jump back into that
Yeah.
aspect. Beautiful. Yeah, okay. I've definitely been on that path. Transmute. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
And this is like,
Oh wow, that's cool. Oh, it's so wild because it's like it's on the tip of my tongue. Because I could feel it, but I
mm-hmm.
can't
Yeah.
right now. I can't say it, but I could feel it.
Feel it.
Yep. Interesting. That just means like anything you
Uh-huh.
desire, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever you
Yep.
desire.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I've been told that for so long, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel that. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, the black cats.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like the Jaguar aspect
Oh,
of me,
okay.
like
Uh-huh. See that?
Jaguar
Mm-hmm.
essence.
Yeah,
I
with
think.
Peru and stuff like the Peru.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Peru and Bolivia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this, who's this
Is
one?
that Arcturian or Syrian or something different even? I don't know.
Um,
No. It's like something different, I think. What do you think?
yeah, when you said that, I was thinking that I was searching for it too, because it's doesn't match Syrian, doesn't match
Uh,
Arcturian.
it's
Seems
not
like he's
fully
on
like,
a ship or something. Like it might
yeah,
be like a
definitely.
gray, like a hybrid or something, like a gray,
Yeah,
like
for
a,
sure.
something like that. Because it
Yeah.
seems like he's on a ship.
Yeah, I
Like
could
a
feel that.
okay. So now we got these. This
Interesting.
one, the blurry, not
No, 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 I can see
there
it.
we
I was
go.
just saying, looking at it, it's just interesting that,
So seems kind of I don't know if it's like a gray. Sometimes seems like it's like a gray, um, like it's like a mix though. I don't
yeah,
know.
It has like those pu like the cat eyes or reptile eyes,
Hmm.
I mean, pupils with
Yeah.
like a body.
Oh, this one feels powerful for you.
Wow.
You can tell I write them at different times, huh? You know, when I'm
Yeah.
different ones.
Wow. That's like there's a lot in that one.
Hmm.
It's almost like an apology or something. I don't know what
Oh,
that was.
hmm.
Okay. Wow, there's the star again.
What's it say?
Star
Star, star
five,
born,
star
like
born.
star seed. You know, like your star
Yeah.
seed.
And is that 1111 or is that a sign or like a
I
drawing?
yeah, I do those a lot with the
Okay.
all that. I
Yeah.
make that all the time.
Cool.
There's the blue dog again, the
Oh
Syrian.
yeah.
Hmm. He's
And this
electricity. He's
okay.
like electricity.
And then the Syrian is the blue dog, and then what was the white wolf was which
Yeah,
one?
this is also Syrian too, but this is
Oh,
like
they're both Syrian.
the dog or the wolf, you know, this is kind of the
Okay.
same. The dog, because they're like the bipedal dog,
Yep.
you know. Oh, what's this says Mars Space Colony.
Oh
Mars Space
yeah.
Colony. Anything new
Definitely.
come with that? Anything else with the Mars Space Colony?
Not necessarily yet, but like other than after like last night and now today, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be looking into it because I know for a
Yeah.
fact that there's
You're
stuff there
getting
now.
confirmation, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Clear hearing, clear audio.
Mm-hmm. That's hearing them in the night, you know, the beings in the night
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. And that language on the bottom, or that's something I understand too. That's
Oh, okay.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Something you write.
Yeah, that I write.
Yeah, I can see
Interesting.
you writing that. Oh, here's a whole bunch of it.
Wow.
It comes out
That's
so rapid fast, you
it
know?
does, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like hard
Yeah.
to even keep up. You're just like
Mm-hmm.
piece of
Yeah.
paper after piece of paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like when that happens, it is a download, you know, of information coming through. Even though you
Right.
don't know what the translation is, you know, it is still like you're bringing codes like a bridge to this reality, you know? That's what I
Hmm.
kind of feel.
Yeah.
So this feels kind of feels Arcturian,
Yeah. Interesting. That's what I was thinking, and then but yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
and then it changes a little bit too. As you look at it
Yeah.
too, it can be other
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
of the 777.
Oh my gosh. Seven has been my number, like in the synchronicities and stuff about
Mm-hmm.
seven since I was, little. Before I knew that seven was like anything
Yeah. And your
like in
birthday is
casinos. Seven,
July.
18, yeah,
Mm.
July. Um,
There's many
yeah,
altars,
interesting.
many altars,
That's something I'm gonna look into more too, because like
altars.
I've looked for like soul retrieval, shard retrieval, and then like and I haven't and it comes back complete, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
there's not clones out there though, I guess it could be that's different.
Oh yeah, because that's altars of that can be of clones too. Yeah, but of
Yeah.
yourself, then I'm sure you've already healed up all of yourself. You know, I
Hmm.
mean, unless you feel like you're being accessed into the program still, do you still feel like you're being accessed into the programs or anything like that?
Um, I hope not, and
Yeah.
I don't think so,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But no, I don't think so.
Maybe just when you were younger, you probably healed all of that. You
Yeah.
might just be taken to do work though, like on different places, you know, as like a galactic, like an ambassador, you know, a
Yeah.
galactic ambassador. I feel like that would
No, because
be
I do that. Yeah, especially at night. I do that a lot.
mhm,
Like a
like a
lot. That's almost
diplomat. like the
Uh-huh.
diplomats, out in space, how you're like where you're a diplomat, where you're keeping, like you're going to different places, traveling, and you're just observing and listening in on their conversations of stuff, and helping them decide which way to go, or something like that, like a diplomat would be.
Yeah,
Hmm.
100%. Yeah.
And that's something part of your, like the Lyrans, I think that they're diplomats. I think Syrian too, probably all the starseeds.
Yeah.
This one seems kind of like a, serpent almost in a way.
It does.
Hmm.
Yeah. I like that one though.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
some of them are some that we've seen in when we're diplomats out in the Galactic Council. All these
Yeah.
different races of beings and the languages and stuff, and having to interpret their languages because we can translate it, or telepathically communicate with them. So I think that's why it resonates. The
Yeah, that makes
Templar.
sense.
What about
Man,
the
that's
Templar?
interesting. I was like fascinated with the Templar stuff for so long,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I've always felt like I had some connection to it, but I didn't know what
And here's altars
authors
again.
created.
Hmm. So this is
Interesting.
just like the front person, and then all these are separate altars, like in the that they've created, like the walls, and then so each one is separated by that, like a firewall, and that's why it's
Oh
kind of
yeah.
difficult to get into each one of them and access the. So some of them would be accessed by codes or by symbols, or by like
Oh
the
yeah.
Jason Bourne, like at the telephone call, something like that.
Yeah,
I
I
has
get it.
that.
That totally makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
That,
And then I have the charms here. This is the all of the my little things that I do to get all the information. I feel like these charms, they're like they go into like the auric field, so it's like the
yeah,
I don't know, just some extra messages. So lots of
cool.
information, huh?
Yeah, no, I love it though. It's
Hmm.
like it's amazing. I'm
Yeah. So this
oh wow.
that feels like a tall gray. Hmm.
Interesting. I
Yeah, it
like
feels
that
like
though.
a tall gray. Oh, it even jumped out of my hand. Yeah. Let's see. I'll do it
Oh,
this
that's
way.
cool.
It's like a praying mantis,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
alien contact,
that is for sure.
the
Is that
triangle
would
head.
that so that's is that different than like a praying mantis or what would that
Yeah,
what do you
this like the triangle headed beings. They're more higher dimensional. They're like the
yeah,
emissaries or something. They're like the
yeah.
diplomats and all that too. I think
Okay.
they're on like a lot of the different places. The Arcturian DNA,
That's cool. Yeah,
the praying mantis.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
DNA.
here's
Yeah.
this. This one's a whole bunch.
Wow. That's
Like
intense.
like
Whatever's on that.
circuits, huh?
Yeah.
Like circuit.
Oh, that one's cool too. That's more simple, but that's pretty cool. Interesting.
Alien abductee.
Yeah.
And then the
Wow.
12 strand DNA.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel with this? Because like I've been working, like I know I have that, but I
Yeah, you
want
just
to make sure
activate
it's
it.
all
Yeah,
active,
you.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that probably just means that it's activated when that comes, that it's activated with all your abilities and stuff. And that's probably just
Okay.
this reality. It's not your galactic stuff, because I think
Yeah, just
galactic,
here.
it's going to be like a lot more.
Yeah, like 48 or
Yeah.
64 or something crazy. Yeah.
Something else a lot, because I feel like I think since we said the diplomat thing, I can really feel that the diplomat with
Yeah.
going into on the ships and stuff, or even going on like to different wherever it will be through astral, though it's an astral time, like that,
Yeah. That
to
makes
where
sense.
you're going to be listening in, and then they're asking for your opinion or just for you to be observing, or just your energies, because you can communicate telepathically with these beings. So it's a lot of stuff with the diplomats in space, maybe like a
Yeah.
monitor person too, making sure everything is going according to whatever schedule it would be. So it's, I think it's a lot of work with being a
Yeah.
diplomat, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Big
But it's
time. It's just
something,
nonstop.
it is, but it's something that we like doing too,
Totally.
observing and helping and listening and trying to make things fair between, if it's two different races or something like that, then we're just like seeing both sides and helping establish peace or something, so something like that
Totally.
too.
Like
Yeah.
balancing. I agree with you
Like a
100%. Yeah.
peacekeeper or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
not
balancing the
taking sides.
justice.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
to take sides really. I'd rather be a
Right.
diplomat and just kind of observe and then give my own opinion of what I think. But then I'm not going to take either side really, because unless it's
Yep.
something wrong, But yeah, that's how I kind of feel too. So,
I fully, yeah, agree
so
with you on
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So what do you think? You're going to just kind of explore some more with the other stuff um, with the Mars or any of it, really. You can look into it if you want to,
Yeah, no,
Mars
I
just
will.
confirmation, you know.
It's both. Yeah, I definitely want to. I'm looking forward to rewatching it because
Hmm.
yeah, but I'm gonna. It's tons of confirmation and
Yeah,
filled in a lot of holes. But I'm
yeah,
also gonna be looking into all this stuff, like
hmm,
certain things, like the Mars thing, the
yeah,
just all like the Palladian stuff. I'm gonna get back into
hmm,
more, just a lot of it. And then also
yeah.
I'm gonna like practice with the like the
This,
different
yeah,
symbols and languages
yeah,
because I could feel I wouldn't like get to a point where I could read it or know it again
hmm,
somehow. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, yeah. Because
Like
you
because it's
can
right there.
understand it telepathically, but it just isn't.
Yeah,
It might just not be turned on, because it's a frequency too, So even I can't tell
yeah,
you what it means because it comes to me in so fast when I'm writing it. It's just like I just am going really fast with it too. Or I'll just be sitting in the floor and just making different symbols and stuff, like on paper. I like to just lay
yeah.
on the floor and just draw a lot too. So yeah,
Mhm.
it just it's just when I'm relaxing, and then I'll just feel like, oh, I need to draw, like I feel like drawing, so I'll have paper all the time out just to sketch stuff all the time. So yeah.
That's so cool. I do the
So
same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
all the time. I think it's messages that's just that it just is part of going and hearing all these different languages too, that just comes out, that just is like, I don't know. I think it's like a bridge to the realities, to kind of bring it into this, like healing symbols and stuff
yeah,
too. Yeah.
for
So,
sure. Do you
so
get
okay. Hmm?
do you get like I'll get like a message, like it'll just be like randomly, it'll be like get the like go get a notebook or go get that notepad and the markers or a pen or a pencil and just do it. And I'll say like,
Uh-huh.
all right, do you do that too when you just start?
Yeah, like yesterday I went and bought a whole bunch of different canvas, like cardboard canvases, so I could draw on those, So
Mhm.
and I've made five of them so far, like the 8 by 10, and
Yeah.
but there's five of them, and I just got those last night, and I've made beings out of, I put a drawing on all of it. A gray, and then a praying mantis and another praying mantis, so it just comes
Yeah.
out really fast when it's a download of information, and then I can fill up a whole notebook sometimes, like that, or
Yeah.
just so many pages. And then I'm like, what is all of this? Later on I'm thinking, should I save this? I mean, should I do with this? All these
Yeah.
notepads,
Right.
all these notepads of stuff of it, and I'll never know what it even means. But so I just wonder. But I have um totes of all my drawings and stuff in there in binders and everything. So, and I got those clear plastic papers, to make it in, so to save a lot of the stuff,
Yeah, you
you know.
save it. Yeah.
hmm Or
Oh,
I
yeah.
just kept notebooks too, so I have a lot of stuff because I thought, well, maybe one day there'll be like records of stuff, or
For
somebody,
sure.
something, so
Yeah.
sometimes I'll keep it. Sometimes it's just, I'll be just doodling and then I'll make a list of the things I need to go do. So it just comes
Hmm.
out. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it'll come out a different time because I'll repeat it again because it's like my soul language too. So yeah.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. So
That's
I'll send this to you after here. Then
okay.
it'll download. It takes a little bit to download on the thing, and then I'll send it to your email on the Google Drive, and then I'll put it on YouTube for us to watch again too. So it was nice to
Okay.
meet you. And if you have any questions, or just let me know too what you find, because I'd like to know more, with anything that you find out or when you're exploring and stuff too. So it's always
I
helpful for
will.
me to hear too, because I learn from you as well, when we're doing this. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. So
Cool.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
That
you.
was
Yeah. Thank
amazing. I
you so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Yeah. I
No,
appreciate it too. I'm gonna hit stop here.